Oh man, so Bitcoin is still creating higher lows. Phantom is fighting at the 194 level. What does this mean for the wider market? We're seeing the stocks now opening up on Monday. We're going to take a look at that as well. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart and then head on over to the Phantom chart because we're seeing something interesting playing out. Are we going to continue to maintain our downward trend, or is this breakout a clean breakout with a retest, and do we have upside from here? I'm going to show you what I'm seeing in the charts, so stay tuned to the very end, guys. If you want to support one of our partners here on this channel, in this community, support NordVPN, guys. If you haven't got yourself set up on a VPN and you're trading crypto, you're staking, you're yield farming, you're doing all these things and you haven't protected yourself, click the link in the description, coupon code OLLMAN. They've been kind enough to offer us 2 years for all you guys, plus 1 month for free, all at 70% off, guys. So consider setting up your VPN provider. I use NordVPN personally. Amazing, super easy to use on your mobile, on your tablet, on your laptop. So go check that out. For the pennies it's going to cost you over the 2 years, it's super worth having that peace of mind when you're trading your crypto. So here on the Bitcoin chart, guys, we can see here, we are still creating our higher lows, which is quite good. We can see here we're sitting now currently at 37,727. We did get rejected from the 48,450 mark. If I just move myself out of the way, you can see here this was an important level, this yellow line, and you can see we kind of got rejected a few times. We're almost creating this kind of triangle pattern now along this 38,405 level. Can we now finally get the break to the upside? We're creating the higher lows, which suggests that we are creating pressure towards that level, and normally you break out to the upside on these patterns. If we were to take the measured move on this kind of a breakout, let's see if we can do this very crudely here on my iPad. Let's take this move here to the downside. Let's put that at the point of breakout. This kind of move would help us finally get back into the 40s and closer, head straight past up our 43,479 mark. So this could be quite interesting breakout if we do see that to the upside, but it's going to depend on some of the wider market elements. But let's take a look here at CNBC, because we can see here that Dow Jones is flat today. You've got the S&P 0.61% up. You've got the NASDAQ 1.8% up, which is interesting. Maybe the markets are now shrugging off. We were having that clues on looking at the futures over the weekend, if you were watching the update videos, that maybe the market shrugged this off, and the market's opening up today, first few hours looking pretty positive, but we don't know. It's a volatile market. We've seen the last few days last week opening up one color, ending the day on the other color, so we have to keep an eye on that there. If we look at the wider crypto market, what are we seeing? Well, we're seeing Bitcoin trying to hold itself flat, Ethereum therefore doing the same, with a lot of the altcoins in same territory, right? Up or down a couple of percent. Fear and greed index 20 right now, fallen back down from yesterday, which was 29, interestingly, but obviously that is a weekend. So now you get the fear and ingredient that's coming through as 20. There's still fear in this market, as we would expect. But what does this mean for Phantom? Well, we want to take a quick look here at Phantom, because here on Phantom, remember, we were trying to break out from this pattern here. So you have this long-term downward resistance as characterized by this red line. It looked like we got a breakout to the upside, and then we kind of come down for a retest. Now we're getting some support from the horizontal support at 194. This was a good little dip down here because we were holding the 208 level nicely. It was a good dip to the downside, allowing you to pick up some Phantom at 194. Now we've had some good green candles coming in here on the 4-hourly chart, pushing us to the upside. We can see on our 4-hourly chart, we continue to get resisted by this 4-hour, the EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly chart here, guys. So a lot of work still to do in this pattern. We need to get back above the level at about $2.20 to create that higher high. We need to post this higher high because you don't want to stay in this downward trend. This is a lower low than this, which is quite concerning, but it has matched this low here. So 194 has been a real level of support for us. And the only times we tend to go 179 and 165 is if Bitcoin continues to fall to the downside. So if Bitcoin decides to do that, we can see further risk to the downside. But if Bitcoin can hold 38 and at some point this week gain a charge towards 40,000, then I fully expect Phantom to flip its EMA bullish and start heading towards 237. So me personally, and it's not financial advice, anything below $2 here I like as a little nibble to continue to dollar cost average in here on Phantom. If I look at the daily chart, guys, you can see here we're still bearish and we're still close enough to our 200-day moving average here that anything from 179, even so starting from 194, I'm happy to nibble at the 194 level, which is where we wick to today. And anything close to 179, I continue to nibble more aggressively, as anything along this, like we were purchasing here as well, along the 200 moving average is a great time to buy. Look how we bounced off this 200-day moving average, and I fully expect us to do the same and post a higher high at new all-time highs when Bitcoin gets a move on. So in the long run, these are going to end up looking like great opportunities to buy, because we know it's not Phantom that's the issue right now. It's the wider crypto market and the wider stock market with huge macroeconomic consequences. So yes, there may be red for the foreseeable future, maybe 60 days of uncertainty heading into the March 16th Fed meeting and the first interest rate hike. Yes, we may see that. But for somebody who's a long-term investor, who's experienced, who's looking for solid projects that they can hold for a long time, when I look at the total value locked, when I look at the project and the use cases, Phantom continues to remain an outstanding project, and definitely one which I want to continue topping up. Not financial advice, as always, guys. And as always, I will show you the weekly chart just to zoom out and get some perspective here, guys. It's very difficult to get perspective. When we were covering Phantom, when it was forming this huge cup and handle pattern just in July, so 6-7 months ago, guys, we're sitting at 21 cents here on Phantom. So it's crazy to believe you run up all the way to 350 mark here on Phantom. And yes, we're getting a calling off. Yes, we've had a couple of weeks of pain, and to be honest, the pain will be a lot harder to take if it was just Phantom in pain. But when the wider market is in pain, when Bitcoin is in pain, and therefore a lot of our altcoins are in pain, you can understand that this is just a perfectly normal retracement. And I just point to the last retracement we had to give you some confidence of how powerfully you can bounce back from your EMA ribbon and start posting new all-time highs. Things do start to move very quickly, which is why it's important we don't try to time the market here. For me, I'm not trying to pull out my Phantom and retime it on an entry. If there is further downside, even to through 194 down to 179, and even at 165, I continue to be a buyer here of Phantom. I won't be selling any of my tokens. I just want to top up where I can at sensible prices. So overall, still a great chart here on Phantom, still looking good here in terms of technical. Just wanted to get this update to you guys, just so you guys know that, you know, I continue to give you these updates regardless of where I am. I'm just traveling on business right now. Yes, you know, we're bearish on the daily weeks. You know, it's perfectly normal. These things happen, particularly when the wider market's retracing. We need the stock market to lead by example. We need the stock market to move positive. Start digesting the news of this interest rate hike, then Bitcoin can get moving, we can get risk on, and then our favorite cryptos can start moving as well. So there you go, guys. There is a blend between technicals and fundamentals and an update on what we're seeing here in the charts on Phantom. Thank you for supporting this community, guys. Without you guys, this channel would be nothing. So thank you so much for your support. Do head into the Discord. That'll be the pinned comment below. The link will be below to our free Discord server. Loads of people in there now, almost 500 people in that community now, talking crypto, sharing their favorite charts and patterns. If you're new to crypto, and there's a new crypto trader and investor born every single day, make sure you jump into there. There's a wealth of knowledge in there. You can tag me in any questions as well. If you haven't set yourself up on a VPN, guys, consider clicking the link below. That will head you over to NordVPN, who are very, very kindly, shout out to NordVPN, offered you guys 70% off a 2-year plan plus a month for free, guys. This is super cheap for you to protect all your crypto and make sure that you are fully encrypted when browsing the web, when doing your staking, buying your crypto. The last thing you want to know is that you've been compromised on your account. So do take this time to make sure you've got yourself set up on a VPN. As always, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.